Hey man, if like me you have a strong love affair with food, but are currently experiencing some diet issues to the extent that overeating, overindulgence, and impulse control are preventing you from experiencing the level of gains that you should be getting given the level of sweat equity you're investing into each and every one of your workouts, then I want to share two very helpful tips that have allowed me to overcome these issues in the past. The first is to take a tip from Weight Watchers, of all things. You know, Weight Watchers has one fundamental principle that allows people to stay on track with their diet, and that is the fact that they create this idea that food is not the enemy. Food is not the enemy at all. The choices you make are typically the enemy. So what Weight Watchers does, which I absolutely love and encourage a lot of you to do if you are experiencing some of these issues, is they create this reward system. They create the reward for good hard work inside the gym and inside the kitchen. It gives you something to look forward to strive towards, and it creates momentum. And that momentum, every time you knock out a good, solid, nutritious meal that helps you stay on track and get towards your goals, they essentially log that into the bank, and over time you build interest, and that interest over time then yields the ability for you to reward yourself. Reward yourself for a job well done, and that job well done feels great. That alone feels great. But then on top of that, you get to reward yourself with food, something that should be enjoyed. We are a people that love food. There's nothing wrong with that. When it ceases to align with the goals that you have and becomes the enemy, that is a problem though. So the first tip I would give you is to create a reward system that gives you something to strive for, that gives you something to work towards, so that you are creating that scenario where you have deserved, you have earned that reward. That's tip number one. And tip number two, I'd strongly encourage you to make more of an effort to attach effort with your indulgences. Where I'm going with that is here. Instead of, let's say, if you have a sweet tooth, going to the grocery store and buying some chocolate chip cookies, go to the store and buy the ingredients for chocolate chip cookies and put forth some degree of effort in order to create that. That does a couple of things. Number one, if you're having some type of impulse control issue, it might just be that that's a stressor in life, and that's your natural tendency to lean on food as a crutch. And just being disciplined enough to not go for the quick and easy fix there, but forcing yourself to make those cookies to satisfy those urges, you create them. That time span from that initial, tendency for you to want to grab that cookie to the time that those cookies are baked, that urge might have passed, and you might have accomplished the initial goal of overcoming that impulse control issue. But the second thing is that it literally attaches a greater degree of overall joy and satisfaction out of creating what you want. It brings more meaning and joy to create the thing that you want and enjoy it yourself than just going and buying some damn Chips Ahoy. Okay, so when you do that, it's going to really kind of flip a switch. It requires a little bit more discipline than just the simple reward system, but I can assure you, if you start to cook more of the things that you really enjoy, that is going to allow you to attach more of the effort necessary to your indulgences that make it more meaningful. And when you attach more meaning, you're going to have more joy from that cheat meal.